Sinatra, Billy May, KMPC, 24 minutes now before 9 o'clock in the morning. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Mr. Buttram, Pat Buttram, brought to you by your Southern California Spires restaurants. A lot of interest shown in the Redneck Club, but the latest update here is Pat Buttram.
Oh, good morning. Good Morgan.
Okay.
Oh, I'm excited because we got so many applications here.
Good.
And they send in these little reasons they should be in the Redneck Club. So let's vote on them.
All right.
Here's one from a guy named Uptown Brown.
He's been wanting in,
yeah. You may be a redneck if you ever signed a petition to change the national anthem to Okie from Muskogee.
That's a pretty good idea. Well,
yeah.
Okay, let him in.
Yeah, let him in.
He's in. Here's one from John Glock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You may be a redneck if you ever hit on somebody at a herpes clinic. That might do.
I don't know. Let's put him on. Let's hold him in a band.
Put him on hold.
Yeah.
All right. Here's Caruth Bird. You may be a redneck if when a church choir sings and finishes the last beautiful note of Ave Maria, and you jump up in your pew and yell, "One more time!" I'd vote him in.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Unanimous.
Yeah.
Here's one that's anonymous. You may be a redneck if a hitchhiker won't get in the car with you. And also, he said, if you've ever stolen a bulldozer. Did you guys ever do that?
I know.
Never.
No. I could never jumpstart one, could you?
No, couldn't get him running.
All right. Here's one from Jim Rorie. Said, you may be a redneck if you've ever been fired from a job at the sewage treatment plant due to your appearance. That's good. Lloyd Allen sends this one. I think we'll vote this guy in. You may be a redneck if you think of Volvo.
Yeah.
You may be a redneck if you think a Volvo is part of a woman's anatomy.
Jeez.
Unanimous.
Yeah.
Those crash tests are tough, though.
Here's one from a guy in Barstow.
Oh, hell, let him in.
Yeah, let him in. Barstow.
Barstow's automatic.
Oh, yeah.
The city of Barstow is now in. All right. Here's A.C. Lyles. You may be a redneck if you had a toothpick in your mouth when your wedding picture was taken. We open that up, it'll let a lot of us in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gee.
Here's one, Lloyd Allen. We voted him in, and Bob Curlin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about him, but he can try.
Well, we'll try with this one. He says you may be a redneck if you know how many bales of hay your car can hold. And there's a lot of them here. Here's one. A friend of John sent this in. I can't read his name.
That's Spider Malcolm.
Spider.
Spider, yeah.
You may be a redneck if the UFO hotline limits you to one call per day.
Oh, boy.
Oh, gosh. Here's one from Bob Coons. You may be a redneck if your mother does not remove the Marlboro from her lips when she's telling the state patrolman to blow it out. Oh, there's a lot of them. If you've, maybe a redneck if you're allowed to bring your dog to work. That'd put the Gabor sisters. They have those little dogs. They take on planes. And then I guess one here we'll close with. Now this one, don't misunderstand it, because you get skinned up knees and things and all. But he said you may be a redneck if you ever use lard in bed. That's enough.
Oh, my gosh.
Meeting closed for today, the Redneckers.
Thank you very much, Pat. Well, they don't use any lard at Spires, I'll tell you that. They do work. at keeping their customers happy by serving special meals, special prices. Like teriyaki steak. Steak marinated in teriyaki sauce and served with delicious homemade soup and crisp green salad with choice of dressing. Vegetable, your choice of potato or rice pilaf, roll in butter and dessert. Great meal priced at $4.95 and served Wednesday only, today now, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. What a great combination. Delicious teriyaki steak, homemade soup, and crisp green salad. Vegetable, your choice of potato or rice pilaf and dessert, all for just $4.95. And available Wednesday only between 3 and 10 p.m. A delicious meal for a very small price, just $4.95. They all come together at Spires Restaurant, making good foods easy to find. Westminster, Orange, Tustin, 22 locations throughout Southern California. Words of wisdom, he said. Here's Mr. Buttram again.
All right. Criticism is hard to take, especially if it's from a relative or a friend or an acquaintance.
Or it comes on the hotline.
Or a stranger or
Pat Buttram,
foreigner or
brought to you
a Methodist.
by your Southern California Spires Restaurant.
Sex partner.
Before the meeting is officially adjourned to the Redneck Club, let's play our national anthem.
Well, I'm a traveling man, don't tie me down. There's just too much living going all around. A man, he's got to see what he can see. Well, I love the road and I love the air, and I don't worry, hell, I never care. I love my women, sometimes they love me. But I was got one day, I still don't know how. I didn't even like that town. This fella said, stranger, why don't you just go on home? Well, I said, man, that's where I'm headed to, and you couldn't stop me if you knew what to do. And I left and I planned to go along. But the road was long and home was far, so I stopped off this little cowboy-looking bar, walked on through the door, and she just smiled. Well, in a long ponytail and a pretty white dress, she said, hi, bull riders do it best. I said, oh, my God, what's your name? My name's Lyle. And I said, ooh, get back my heart, you pick a redneck woman. Take your boots and walk out of my life. And I said, ooh, get back my heart, you pick a redneck woman. I can't be no cowgirl paradise. When I looked at her and she looked at me, and I looked back and she looked back, and we went out together for a walk. Well, all her eyes were bright just like the stars when she drove a pickup. Said she hated cars, but loved to ride around out after dark. And I said, ooh, get back my heart, you pick a redneck woman. Take your boots and walk out of my life. And I said, ooh, get back my heart, you pick a redneck woman. I can't be no cowgirl paradise. Crawls right up your sleeve. Ooh, get back my heart, you pick a redneck woman. I can't be no cowgirl paradise. Now how she did it, I'll never know, but it's been maybe 20 years or so, and she cooks her supper and I try to pay the rent. But I'm a traveling man, don't tie me down. There's just too much living going all around, but I can't figure out where it went. When I said, ooh, get back my heart, you pick a redneck woman. Take your boots and walk out of my life. When I say, ooh, get back my heart, you pick a redneck woman. I can't be no cowgirl paradise. And I can't be no cowgirl paradise. And I can't be no cowgirl paradise.
I love it. Pat, love it. You, Big John.
Oh, I love it.
Lyle, love it.
Yeah.
KMPC. Yeah, don't you try that at home now. We're professional rednecks here. Give back my heart, Chip Kicker, redneck woman. That's from Lyle Lovett, the Pontiac album. That now, if you ever get a chance to see Lyle Lovett in person, just go home and listen to the album.
Yeah.
Trust us on that one.
Yeah.
Something happens when he gets out there.
Oh, boy.
8:45, KMPC here. Watch on the quarter hour. Here's Big John.
Robert Debbie, now they've cleared the signal.